Okay, I gotta talk about this movie Bull. It's this British crime thriller that recently hit VOD.
Wait, British crime thriller? But I thought this was a horror channel.
Okay, yes, it is a crime thriller. One-man army out for revenge style film with a mystery and all that. But I feel the need to tell you horror-loving folks about this one because I'm of the opinion it does qualify as horror.
Because it goes there. Oh yeah, it goes there in a big way. Is there a real consensus on what kind of films can be defined as horror? Not really, I don't think so anyway. Or not in a definitive way. Sometimes it's just all about how a film resonates with the viewer.
There's not even a question that a lot of horror fans embrace certain revenge movies as part of the horror genre. I Spit on Your Grave is revered as a classic revenge-styled horror tale. Even more recent fare like 2017's aptly titled Revenge, or even 2018's brilliantly helmed Mandy, they're well respected in the horror community.
There's a long list of revenge films that certainly fall into the horror category, and while on the surface, the recently released Bull may seem like a typical crime/revenge thriller, and a rather brutal one at that, I had to wonder why so many horror sites that I frequent were tossing up reviews for it.
See, I'm a sucker for a good crime thriller anyway, so Bull was already on my radar. But when I read that the film had horror leanings, I was sold on checking it out. So anyway, here's the skinny on Bull.
Neil Maskell, who genre fans may remember from Ben Wheatley's brilliant Kill List, stars as the titular Bull, who is an absolutely vicious mob enforcer. And when I say vicious, I mean this guy will straight fuck you up.
I'm the big bad wolf.
Bull's been missing for a decade, and when he returns to his old stomping ground, he begins methodically taking out some of his old gang one by one, in absolutely brutal fashion. Now that would usually be more than enough to warrant a film like this to be categorized as horror, but as the film plays out, by the end there is no question, at least in my mind, that this is horror. But more on that in a minute.
So it becomes apparent that Bull is looking for his son, and as the story continues to play out in a non-linear fashion, flashing back and forth in time to give you a little detail here and there, we learn that Bull is having almost too much fun stalking his former gang, and that this man on a mission out for revenge is making this a very personal vendetta.
And director Paul Andrew Williams, he baits the viewer in little by little, never tipping his hand too early, as the reason for Bull's rampage against his former gang slowly comes to light.
Now this is a mean film. I'm talking merciless, grim, unrelenting, violent. Bull is a scary son of a bitch, and as the bodies pile up, you understand that he cannot and will not be reckoned with. The small glimpses of Bull's affection for his son and some of the flashbacks humanize him a bit, but as soon as the film goes back to the present, you get the sense that there is very little of that humanity left in Bull. He's animalistic, he's unhinged, he's pissed, and he's utterly terrifying. Now I said at the beginning of this video that this movie goes there, and it goes there in a big way. I don't want to get into spoiler territory on this one because I think it works better when you don't know where a film is going, but the ending of this film is so batshit insane crazy, it's definitely going to be divisive amongst folks. Some people are going to think it's utterly brilliant. Some people are going to feel like it was way too bizarre. And some people will just say it was simply stupid. But suffice to say that the final 5 minutes of this one presents a twist, and it goes for it so hard. It takes what you've just seen, it pulls the rug out from under you. Honestly, I'm still processing it, and it was that crazy. But I think I loved it. Bull is out on VOD now, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it because I know that ending is going to make a lot of folks talk. And yes, Bull is a horror film.